So this week has been very quiet on the channel, and mostly that's because I was away. I had a hotel booked for a convention and the convention got cancelled, which is a real shame, but I couldn't cancel my hotel, so I ended up staying away for a few nights, which was really nice. I had a good time, ate a lot of sushi, had a catch up with some friends, it was good. And when I got home, if I'm being honest, all I really wanted to do was play Elden Ring, so that's what I've been doing the last few days. I'm not addicted, you are. But it is kind of a drought in horror games at the moment. There isn't that much going on until we get Poppy Playtime Chapter 2. I'm also kind of looking forward to My Friendly Neighborhood because I think that might be a good game that we can make some theories on. But until something comes out, I'm just kind of biding my time. But what we have got today is a little tease. There's a couple of things I want to talk about with the Poppy Playtime mobile trailer, because there's probably a couple of things that you didn't notice, or even if you did notice, I want to explain what they could possibly mean. So if you haven't seen it, we have had a very short trailer for the launch of Poppy Playtime Chapter 1 on mobile. Now, if you weren't aware, you can now go and get Poppy Playtime on mobile. It's out on Android, and I believe it's now also available on iOS. So if you don't have a PC and you really want to play Poppy Playtime, you now have more potential to do so. So that's fantastic. I'm personally not interested because I have a PC, but for the people that don't, that's great. But if you actually watch the trailer and you look a little bit deeper, there are a couple of things that might be little hints towards stuff, and that's what I want to talk about in today's video. So the first thing I want to talk about are the plushes. Now, one of the things that surprised me about the Poppy Playtime merch situation is that they didn't come right out of the gate with plushies. Now, I'm personally not really a massive big fan of plushies or anything, but I think that a lot of people are. A lot of people like to collect them. And this game has a game about toys, right? A game about toys doesn't have any toys to sell. Yeah, but my point is that they did actually mention a while ago that they were working on a prototype for plushies. Now, obviously, when you make a plush, you have to have a prototype that's developed before you start mass producing them. Otherwise, you don't want to end up making like thousands of plushies that end up being not fit for purpose. Now, what's interesting about this though is that we can actually see two plushies in this trailer. There's one over to the right holding this television, which we'll talk about that a little bit more in a moment. And then there's also one hanging from the ceiling, which is kind of funny. So it's possible that these are hints that the plushies are on the way, which is also very interesting. As a complete aside, when I was going to Birmingham, I was on the train and I saw a very small child with their mother who had a Huggy Wuggy plush. I'm not making this up. I don't have any pictures because it'd be weird to take pictures of children on trains, but I did see this kid who was probably 6 with a Huggy Wuggy plush. Now, I'm assuming that that was an unofficial one, but it's very interesting that a very young child has a Huggy Wuggy. I don't know if they know what Poppy Playtime is and they're just a massive fan and they managed to find an unofficial plush somewhere, or if they just saw a horror plush and thought that was cool. But it was it was the scary Huggy. It wasn't even the nice Huggy. It was the scary Huggy, which was, it's a random story that happened to me while I was away. It was quite interesting. So there was that. But then also there is this television over on the right hand side of the trailer. And I have spent the last half an hour trying to enhance this, to zoom in, to sharpen it. I've tried pretty much everything that I could think of that might work. And I have found that this is more likely a picture of Poppy. There is, you can kind of see her hair and her green eyes, and that's about all that I can see. Now, I don't exactly know what this is, but it's very interesting that we have a Huggy looking at a television with a distorted Poppy on it. Now, I actually have a theory about Poppy that I was considering making this week before I got busy with Elden Ring. And my theory, to spoil it, is that I don't know really if Poppy is good or bad. We really don't know. We're assuming that she's good because she doesn't seem aggressive like everyone else. She also seems to have a fully functioning brain. She can reason and she can talk to us. So we are assuming that she's also had a person put inside of her. Wow, phrasing. But we also don't fully know what her motivation is. Now, my main theory, or my main best guess at the moment, is that she wants to escape, and she can't escape this place because she was locked in her case, and she'd probably get ripped to shreds by whatever's killing all of the dolls around this factory. I mean, something, it could be Huggy, it could be someone else, but something is going around destroying the toys in the factory for whatever reason we don't know yet. And so it's likely, or it's possible at least, that if Poppy were to just trundle along through the factory, that whatever it is that's killing them would also kill her, and I'm sure she doesn't want that. Now, that being said, there is a possibility that Poppy isn't as innocent as she might first appear, and in fact there's a possibility that she is the mastermind behind everything. She dragged you to this factory not to escape, but to do something for herself. Now again, this is just like a fun theory that I was going to work on, but it is interesting that she appears on this television over here, and I don't know if this is hinting that she is captive or she's being worked on, because we did see in the very first trailer on Steam, we did see snippets of a doll being worked on in almost like a very horrifying sort of surgery kind of way. And so it is definitely hinting that something bad happened to Poppy. My best guess is that somebody's soul or somebody's brain or something was transferred into Poppy to bring her to life. Now, if I'm being honest, I think if somebody went through that process and Poppy has the fully working brain of a person, which I'm pretty sure at this point that she does, considering she can hold a full conversation, I am not entirely sure if that would be positive for your psyche. I think that would probably do some damage, if I'm being honest. I think maybe that would lead you, I mean, it would leave you with at least some resentment. I don't think I would enjoy being put inside a doll and having to live out my days as a doll. I mean, Chucky liked it, but he was a psychopath. So, you know, there's definitely room for interpretation here, but I don't think that she would enjoy that, and I think she might be out for revenge. And I think that's why she's called us into the factory. So this could be a hint to that. It could be a hint of the horrifying things that happened to Poppy. And Poppy did say in the latest trailer for Chapter 2 something along the lines of horrible things have happened here. And I think that also might be another hint that horrible things have happened to her. And I wouldn't be surprised if Poppy is out for revenge. And I might cover this in a deeper theory, but it's weird that Poppy's being distorted here. Like, she's being hidden for some reason. Like, we've all seen Poppy. We all know Poppy. For some reason in this trailer here, she has been distorted to make it look difficult to see her. Now, again, if anybody is better at Photoshop or anything than me, if you can undistort this better and figure out what's going on, great. All I can really pick out is Poppy. But yeah, let me know if you can in the comments below. That would be very interesting to hear your theories on that. I have had a look around the rest of this image and there's not much else to see. Now, the one other thing that I want to talk about is if you watch this on Twitter, the very first frame of this video, and I don't know if this is a glitch left over in editing or if this is here on purpose, is Huggy Wuggy holding the mobile. Or holding the cell phone if you're American. But yeah, so Huggy Wuggy appears to be playing the game. And it's interesting because this was only on Twitter. It's not on the YouTube video. It's only on the Twitter one. And it's only there for like one frame. So most people will just miss it. In fact, I missed it on my first watch. So is it a hint that maybe the player is not quite as human as we once thought? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm just reaching there. I don't know. But anyway, this was just all I wanted to talk about. There was a couple of things. There's really not that much to theorize over here. If I'm being honest, I just wanted to make a video because it's been so long. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to Chapter 2. Looking forward to My Friendly Neighborhood. I might cover Martha is Dead. And I'm considering making an Elden Ring video, but I just don't know. I just don't know if it'd be worth it on the channel, so we'll see. But there we go. That's just a very quick update for this Saturday. I hope you have a good time. Hope you have a good weekend. Have a good time playing whatever video games you are playing or whatever you are up to. Stay safe. Have a good one. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.